Alright guys, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. And I hope you guys continue to have a good day. So, let's jump into the point of this video. We're going to be talking about Candace. And you might already have an idea where we're going with this based on the title of the video, the thumbnail, or just based on what I just said. But before we jump into it, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. It helps with the growth of the channel. Helps get my content out there so we can grow the community over here. Also, hit that notification bell so you can be informed whenever I go live or upload any new content. So, with all that being said, Candace. So, before I go any further, I want to go ahead and state that this is more for the people who care about meta, care about damage numbers, care about having their teams optimized for just about any content that Genshin Impact and Hoyoverse try to throw at us. Or if you're just curious about why people are saying what they're saying about Candace. It's for those people that just can't help but be curious. If you aren't curious, if you aren't into the meta, then, well, you're probably not going to like what I say if you are a big fan of Candace due to character reasons or aesthetic reasons. And I will say that I am with you guys as well, because this character, Candace, is absolutely gorgeous. She is a gorgeous character, so when it comes to the character and the aesthetic, I get it. I 100% get it. But I also have to talk about the meta because I am also a player that plays for the meta. I care about optimizing for DPS. I care about making the best out of what we have with these characters. And just kicking ass. So, like I said, if you don't care about meta, if you don't care about optimization, if you don't care about big damage numbers, then, well, I don't know what to tell you. But let's jump into it. I just want to get that out of the way because I know some people are going to have an issue with meta. So, Candace is one of those characters where it kind of reminds you of Dory, Toma, Xinyan, where they don't feel like they have a place in team composition, or their kits just feel absolutely mind-boggling. So let's talk about her first skill, which is the shield. The shield is a neat idea. It's a new twist on the whole counter ability like that Yunjin and Beto have, where they hold a stance, and if an enemy hits them, then bam, they're going to be doing some nasty damage. But where I say it's a neat twist is because Candace is popping out a shield, and she's able to tank damage based on her HP. And then secondly, once the shield gets to its next charge level, you can drop the shield and she'll jump up and slam and do some big damage numbers based on the level of the skill and based on her how big her HP is. It's a neat twist. I like it. I feel like this is one thing that they did well on with her kit, is that this is a really cool ability. But the other issue we have with her is her alt is not that good. There's so many things wrong with her ult. It's almost as bad as Kuki's ult, but with Kuki, her value is not in her ult. Her value is in her skill. This ult, I see what they were going with it, but they just didn't do it right. So what her ult does is, based on her max HP, she'll release a AoE blast of water, and the damage will be based on her HP. But it's meh damage. Then the damage bonus, it will not go any higher. It will always be a 20% damage bonus. We'll also get a damage bonus from this passive right here, 0.5. Characters affected by the prayer or Crimson Crown will deal 0.5% increased damage to opponents for every 1,000 points of Candace max HP when they deal elemental damage with their normal attacks. Basically, you're going to be doing elemental damage because she applies Hydro to your normal attacks. So you're going to get that. So, here's the thing. First off, the first issue is the duration. The duration is 9 seconds, which is not long at all to do anything. Like, you're going to get 9 seconds of a few attacks in, and then it's already over. And it feels over. If you do the trial with her, and you're obviously they want you to use Kai as your main DPS, it doesn't last very long at all. And the big issue here is that this issue is only resolved by her C1. It'll take it up by 3 seconds, therefore leaving you with 12 seconds, which is 12 seconds is a lot better. That's about the length of most other people's durations. Like, for example, with Yun Jin, her Cliff Banner buff lasts for 12 seconds. So why can't Candace's default be 12 seconds? And what this tells me is they purposely made it 9 seconds. They purposely made a flaw in the kit and then tried to sell the solution in her constellation. And I did some calculations, and no matter what, if you compare Candace's damage buff from her ult to Yun Jin, it will not, absolutely not, result in it being better than Yun Jin. When I did calculations on Candace's ult and combined it with her passive here, based on 35,000 HP, which is where I would expect people to get their HP at with Candace, it will not even result in beating Yun Jin, even if you had, based on a level 9 C2 buff. It won't. And I'm not even counting her other passive, and I'm not even considering Geo Resonance. Candace will not beat Yun Jin when it comes to buffing normal attacks. She just won't. So, you already have a character that can't even beat Yun Jin without even considering a couple of her other talents and passives. You have a character that has a very niche role with Hydro Infusion, and we already see characters like Chung Yun barely get any play because Cryo Infusion is just a niche thing. We see people avoiding C6ing their Bennett because Pyro Infusion is annoying and limits your team compositions. And so if people are avoiding using Chung Yun, if people are avoiding C6ing their Bennett, I mean, obviously Candace is already going to be thrown in the niche pile due to Hydro Infusion. And if we're considering normal attacks, the normal attack buffs, she's already not comparing to Yun Jin, who does that but better. And this ties back to what I was talking about in one of my previous videos on our 4 stars getting worse, where I was giving my reaction and my takes based on a Gotcha Gamer video. It really does feel like Hoyoverse is just dropping the ball on these 4-star characters. Either they fall into a niche role, in Candace's case, extremely niche, or they just are not good. And that kind of also is where Candace is leaning. and this is where I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to be optimistic here. For Candace, hopefully she's one of those characters where maybe the characters that she's meant to pair with are just not in the game yet. That was kinda the issue with where's she at? Kuki Shinobu. Kuki Shinobu was fine when she came out, but the only thing that we could do with Kuki was pair her just for electro resonance, because she fit a role. At the time, she was the only electro healer, even though she wasn't that great because her ult was trash, and the heal she did was just fine. She at least fit a role that no one else could fill at the time, which was electro healer, which also that helped with electro resonance. But now Kuki is finding more viability due to being able to pair up really well with Dendro teams for Hyper Bloom, mostly Hyper Bloom, because she scales with Elemental Mastery, which is really neat. So hopefully some characters will come out in the future where Candace can pair well with them and she'll feel viable. And that's me being optimistic. That's me trying to be hopeful and see if there's a way that she can be good, because I want this character to be good. She looks amazing. So that's my thoughts on Candace. I know some people are not gonna like to hear this because they want to believe that this character is good. They want to just ignore the meta or not care about meta, which I understand. If you're one of those people that just want to run around the overworld, explore, you're not going to have any issues with Candace. Candace will be able to handle that easy. Real easy. But if you're one of those people that optimize, play for meta, play to take on the harder content in this game like Spiral Abyss or the bigger, more combat-focused events, this is more so for you, because I'm sure you guys want to know if this character is viable in that kind of environment. So, that's my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Comment down below if you agree or not agree. At least be respectful. That's all I ask, is that you respectfully share your comments. And with all that being said, I'll catch you guys later.